Specialist Medical Center, East Airport. Dr. Dapa. Hi, Francis here in Accra. Rookie inside Hacho. Kwame Auvi and North Carnation. He says, speak for your discerning listeners are listening. Some of you guys, at the time you declare dividends, I'm telling you, there are some people who want to be ninja. Somebody like Rookie, when they declare any dividends, there's somebody kakra, bro. The Prince of Vandal Shipping. Brass Sibido in Texas, USA. The Canadians should be in the main. Kwabna in USA. Houston in Germany. Dr. Dapa, shout out, baby. You know, help screening back could be from what? Nah, can balance you. Dr. Dap. Have to visit the Republic soon. Come and screen us. Special good evening to my friends Francis and Priscilla Kobna. Francis and Priscilla Kobna, thank you for tuning in, and I hope this isn't your first time. Dr. Cynthia Tego, such an amazing person. Such an amazing person. Dr. Cynthia Tego talks about mentorship, lead by example, lead by correction. Rage from Tema. Good evening. To Nyami and Yunyam. Princess Nyami and Yunyam. Good evening to you, daughter. Awodansoa, good evening to you. happy day for pregnant women. 20th September. Gifty Auntie Foundation will be feeding and clothing and gifting lots of stuff to pregnant women. We are reaching out to do God's work. To donate, it's 059 5858 6868. 059 858 6868. Donate, give to a pregnant woman, do God's work. So that one day you say, you did it unto them, and so you did it unto me. My boss says playtime is over. Mr. Stephen Aguilar, how could I miss you? Folks, we start the way we start. Let's go. Until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. And you know, I'll say that again. Folks, I said until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. Hello and welcome to the most opinionated hour on radio and the nation's thought-provoking hour. I am Nana Ansah Kwao IV, Chief of the Little Republic of Akwamu Edumasa, and I say thank God it's Monday. Another Monday, another opinion. And here we are, folks, once again to perform radio's finest ritual. A ritual that brings patriots together. A ritual that brings out the true blackness in us. And we are here to do just that, right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Keep your dials here. Mondays at this time, folks. All Mondays at this time, you need to come here and share an opinion. Folks, 13 years and counting. Can you believe it? 13 years and counting. Week in, week out. I come here, bring an opinion, and we agree, we disagree, but we do it decently and wait till the next Monday. And for that, folks, I am very grateful to you. I am entirely grateful to you. And I'm entirely grateful to this platform for giving us that latitude that whatever it takes, you think is your opinion, just come and share it and go. No bars, no gagging, nothing. 13 years. Folks, and our topic today, freedom of insults. Our topic today, folks, freedom of insults. And I'll say, let us all gather and make truth good. Folks, I really don't know where to start, and it's not like me. Usually start in the back, but I didn't know where to start with this matter. It's quite delicate, quite sensitive, but it's important. But let me leave out all the legalese and the legal stuff and confine myself to my village palace. I beg your pardon, to my Republican palace. Yes, let me confine myself to my Republic palace. Folks, let me premise my opinion today on Efie Nyansa. Let me premise my opinion today on Efie Nyansa. Freedom of insults. I never thought I would live to see a day that an industry will be created based on insults. And it will be lucrative. Industry of insults. and a lucrative one as such. But if I'm going to the palace, folks, then I'm going into history. Culturally, we have always gotten the freedom of speech, no matter your rank or status in society. Maybe the tone and the mode may vary, but by all means, you are free to express, approve, or object. And even in our palaces and cultural settings today, to a large extent, it still plays out. Just, I think yesterday, a couple of days ago, I was watching a clip on YouTube, and the Asantehene, the Almighty Asantehene was about to give a speech. And the horn blowers and those who were singing the dirge, and then there's another horn blowers. And for one reason or the other, they just didn't want to stop. And so he was standing there a good 10 to 12, 13 minutes. They left him standing there, and they were singing and blowing the dirge and everything. And then when he finished, he said, some of us do have to obey our masters. Because if you look at the horn blower and if you look at Utumfo, there's a big difference in terms of societal standing. However, at that time, the horn blower felt, this is where I need to shower you with praises with my horn blowing, so you keep quiet until I'm done. And he did. So I am saying culturally, folks, we have always been able to express ourselves. Anytime I get the opportunity to speak to a youthful audience, I tell them, folks, not to apologize for being black, African, or Ghanaian in our case. Do not apologize. Subconsciously, people always think, oh, no. The good Lord, in his great wisdom, created diversity. Diversity makes the world beautiful, colorful, interesting. And it makes us want to live for as long as possible, because there's always something new to experience, something new on TV, something new on the news, some new food to taste, new color to see, new clothing, new car, new designs, new fashion. There's always something new, folks. That's how come nobody wants to die, because there's still life to enjoy. If there wasn't diversity, folks, I'm sure by 20 years you think, well, I've seen it all. I don't need to be living here seeing the same thing for another 50 years. Mamenko. The idea of world creation, folks, is not for one race to ignore their heritage and mimic the other. God never made a mistake. God never made a mistake. And if you doubt that, show me one nation in this world that has fully developed based on mimicking another culture. Just one. Any nation. Call me Nana. The Chinese people were imitating the Italians, and therefore they succeeded, or the Italians were imitating the Japanese, and that's how they succeeded. Tell me one nation that ignored its culture, history, antecedents, and everything, mimicking another, and yet still made it. God did not make a mistake. Folks, it's nearly impossible. Again, when couching laws, folks, when nations are couching laws, when Ghana is couching laws, it's very important for laws to reflect the culture and traditions of the people. Now, that has been quite troubling for us. That has been a conflict for us, where sometimes something considered a taboo in the traditional setting will be a misdemeanor in the very laws that govern the same people. Now, this brings a conflict. The same people who see something as a taboo, as a no-no, have a law which says that very thing is not too much of a crime. Folks, in our tradition, insulting elders and authority is a taboo. It's a no-no. It's a no-go area. Yes, by all means you can object. Yes, by all means you can, express your opinion very strongly. But choosing your words and choosing the tempo and the tone, depending on who you are referring to or what the situation is. But yes, by all means, your views will be aired. So, insulting elders, folks, can have serious consequences. In a strong traditional setting or area, you can't openly insult the chief or the elders of the town. You can't. I mean, we've seen traditional areas here where, somebody even does the insult somewhere else and he's summoned to come and reprimanded for not speaking properly. But the same, folks, can be directed at the president with little or no repercussion. Folks, if you're summoned by the palace today, you can refuse to go and get away in law. Whereas within our traditional settings, it's a very grave offense. So folks, when we are borrowing laws to come and govern us, we must make sure that the things we hate are reflected in the laws. Because if I hate red and I borrow laws from Ziggy who hates blue, and so now if I wear red and yeshi, barushe blue di anam buofu, but traditionally I'm okay with blue. That's a conflict. So how did we get here? Because in spite of our laws not directly in sync, this industry of insult, it's a new phenomenon. Now, there's a general consensus that with the emergence of social media, where we all can create our platforms, politicians began using social media commentators who had following. Now, sometimes it wasn't even arranged. Just Joe Blogs, who believes in a party or a candidate, they will use their platform to lambast opposing parties or opposing candidates. Just thinks that I like candidate A and therefore candidate B is not right and candidate B is not right. And so candidate A, who's getting the praises, folks, sometimes may even send some cash to say, Charlie, Jay, now, buy more data and do what you do, and thank you for using your platform to spread the gospel. The other side may also find someone to counteract and spread the news on his behalf. Now check this out, folks. Those who were outrageous got more views. More views got them more recognition, more relevance, more fame, more protocol, more money. More money. So then the competition began. Sensationalism and misinformation. Facts were out of the window. Details, truth, accuracy, nothing mattered. All you need was a social media handle and the gift to talk. Spew out as many nonsense as possible. Sit back, count the clicks, count the likes and the views. The more the merrier. Folks, the sad thing is, usually, these are people who don't have a name or integrity to protect. They don't have a name or an integrity to protect. They don't have a track record. Folks, they actually revel and actually enjoy people coming on their platform and their comment sections to insult them. That attention. Because, truth be told, other than that, who would have noticed them? And what for? So if I'm now getting recognition and somebody is actually taking time to come to my platform to insult me and my father, my mother, and Yamasem, so far as you came, it's good enough. That's where we are. And so they will pick on people with high standing. The higher, the better. Oh yes, the higher, the better. Rain down insults on your person, on your institution, on your family, malign you, defame you, and make money. How can this too be a norm? How can this too be a norm? Freedom of insult. But now the chickens have come home to roost. The chickens have come home to roost. As for me, I support the school of thought that says this should not be. This should be stopped. I am for the school of thought. Folks, the number of good citizens and experienced people who will not venture to help their dear nation for fear of being dragged into the gutter, maligned or defamed by some simple-minded individual could be hurting the nation. Because it could be something, right? And there are people who are experts. Look, I've spoken to people who, Ghanaians. There's one Dr. Ofori who was part of the Singaporean Infrastructure Board. Can you imagine? And so everything infrastructure in Singapore, they were part of it. There's Dr. Abedi, roads and highways engineer, been to East Africa, everywhere to help nations construct their roads. But you know something? They are minding their own business. Because assuming there's a conversation on roads, and he has an insight, he could easily, have been on a big platform and say, maybe from Junction 8 to Junction 9, when we were in Kenya or when we were in Tanzania, we confronted the same sort of bridge and this is how we tackled it. By the next day, they will find a place to put him, whether he's MPP, whether he's NDC, CPP, whatever. And then the attack dogs will come and they'll show him where power lies. So people like that, there are tens and hundreds of Ghanaians who are able. But Joe, why should he work all his life, build all his integrity, protect himself and his family, just for somebody on a little phone, get some MTN data credit to come and insult him? Not many people can take it. There are one or two people who've got a thick skin, and but a good number of people who don't have such thick skin, they have a thick brain, but not a thick skin, so they are minding their business. So I'm saying it could be hurting us. It could be hurting us. But let me also join the school of thought that says everyone found guilty of this freedom of insult should be stopped. Not only ones who speak for, if there's a party in power and as we be in command and me power the come and say there and insult the opposition, that one is fine. But if you're in opposition and you're flying back to me, then no, the law applies. Hold here, folks. I don't think any discerning citizen will be happy. Whoever you are, if indeed we say we don't want it and we are going to stop it, then whoever you are. But maybe we need to train ourselves that by all means express yourself. For crying out loud, for 13 years, every week we've been here and we have expressed ourselves. Sometimes we object to something, sometimes we promote something, sometimes we push. We have done everything for 13 years, very strongly, without necessarily, or in fact, without insulting. But we've done it, you and I. Some of the subjects we have treated here, I keep saying that, see, the core platform be, it could have started Third World War, but we will bring it, treat it, and talk about it for an hour, and peace will prevail. Sensationalism, misinformation, agitation, exaggeration, folks, maybe we should train the up-and-coming ones that by all means create your platform, by all means push your agenda, by all means be knowledgeable, have your facts, have your dates, have your facts and dates and understanding and the history behind what it is you want to say. Because I tell you what, some of the things people say. But before I go, folks, who are we blaming now? The single individual spewing the nonsense? Or the 100,000 or the 200,000 who came to comment and click and like and share? Folks, the guy creating the industry or the people who are consuming? Because I believe that you'll be able to say, go and watch this thing or go and share this thing or go and like this thing. So who now is even the problem, folks? Who now is even the problem? But let us be Ghanaians, folks. A people who value their name, their family name. You were not named after a thief. You were not named after a drunkard. You were not named after a murderer. You were not named after some useless individual, but somebody with some standing within your family, your house, your home, your community. Somebody with standing. They gave that person's name to you. Protect it. Build value to it so that Obisu and Babatu. People who value their family name, integrity, and above all, a people who fear shame. And it's 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. Freedom of insult. The new norm. How to make money. All you need is a smartphone, a little bit of data. Hello, and who's talking to me?
Good evening, Nana. This is Sammy calling from Tawa.
Come again. Sammy.
This is Sammy calling from Tawa.
Sammy, let me hear you.
Yeah, what you are saying, it is really true. But I also think that we, the people that consume, are the ones driving this particular insult market. Okay, so why am I saying this? Quite often, one thing that I observed on social media, when you do say or act rightly, nobody, it doesn't concern anybody. nobody wants to like it. Nobody wants to watch it. Even brands, if you don't want to associate with you. But if you have the numbers, it doesn't matter what you stand for. Provided you have the numbers, brands will come to you. Politicians will come to you. They don't care if you insulted together. They don't care sort of if you show, maybe you are showing your, as a woman, you are showing your body together. They don't mind. Once you have the numbers. So they are driving a market for it, and we the people to the masses, we go and we watch this. But if we say that the government is doing something better or something good, nobody cares. But immediately there's a scandal, everybody goes to go and watch that. So I think that we are also driving this market as audience. I think that that's another aspect to that I want to bring it up to you.
I definitely thank you very much, and I think I share with exactly what you're saying. That if the market wasn't there, probably, if we were not demanding it, probably it would have been gone by now. But somehow, I mean, I think we did a show on it that, also we have created a generation that literally revels on people's downfalls. They revel, they go to bed hoping that there's a downfall so that they can celebrate. But you see, I still have the hope that once you train a citizenry well, yes, bad news will always sell. Yes, bad news will always sell. But you could train a citizen well to make sure that they are directed towards the positives. Because our focus on the negatives are just too much. Our crave for negatives is too much. But we can't tune people's mind, folks. We can tune people's minds towards the positives. Kwame is in Community 25. Hey, Kwame, me too, catch it.
Nana.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Fact.
Let me hear. Let me.
Let me use that word. Yes, now we know very how to speak in public as far as
Kwame, position yourself well for me because I want to hear your comment.
Is it better now?
I think so, yes. Let's go.
I said, growing up, we were taught how to share our opinion, even if we agree to a topic. But unfortunately, I don't know whether it's help us or what has rather removed the fiber from us. If you listen to local radio, it is there with I found that are there others who manage issues because of what the allegation, the accusation, as you said with us, which was and ask us, when did this start? And why do you unpack to set up this message?
Kwame, I'm really struggling. I'm struggling with your line, even though I really wanted to get your take on this. 0302216541. Freedom of insult. How did we get here, folks? Now, one of the most scary thoughts about us is we are unable to stem things as they begin to germinate or as they begin. And to mean that we don't have that spirit of stopping things. Nothing. We just don't have the spirit, the energy, the political will to stop things. So when things are going south, when things are going bad, literally we are doomed. Because you to mean so. It's true. Anything, folks, you can talk about anything, anything. The only thing which I say maybe we are able to correct immediately is like Yekotuaba, and something goes wrong today. By the next voting, boom, they will change the laws. But anything else, it could be a road. It's a dangerous road. It's killing people. 15 years. It could be a flood in an area. Decades near flooding. I see Pualugu Dam. You may be in 100 years, 100 years. So we, as a people, we are unable to stop things. Look at Galamsey. We can't stop it. And so now, if we are creating a youth who are just going rampant on insult, I'm fearing that if we don't stop it, maybe one day you tune to Joy, 12 o'clock news, and then, bleep, 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 bleep. Just the presenters just going fly because that's the name of the game. But Kwame is in USA. Kwame.
Hello, Nana.
Kwame, let me hear you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nana, this is a very, very important issue that you have brought on for us to deliberate on.
Sure.
And I thank you for it. Listen, this is the case. I quite remember when we were younger, right? We were taught civics, how to behave in school and at home. Nowadays, there is nothing like that. The politicians, instead of investing in the upbringing of the young, like the basic school, the young guys who are coming up, they are not doing it. They are not putting the kind of money that will help to raise the child, the basic foundation, the foundation we need for civility. It's not there. They rather they baptized their basic school and they went to free teachers. So it means there's a gap in our training. And if we don't fix that, and we don't get the kind of tools that we need as a society, then we can see all these things that is going on, the insults and the disrespect and all that. So this is the basic or the fundamental issue that we need to tackle. Secondly, Nana, there are no avenues for redress. There are no avenues for redress. And we don't have the leaders who can be able to address things in a more non-partisan way, like Barack Obama. And Barack Obama was a very good man. And Barack Obama had some attacks, and he was insulted. But he was a little bit neutral. He was able to take the attacks. But these Ghanaian politicians, I know that all they do is to incite their base. They incite their base. And that's the fundamental issue. I don't know how we're going to fix it, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult.
Comrade, thank you. It will be difficult because in this day and age where, somebody could be out of the jurisdiction and, firing the insults in, whatever it is, but maybe if you are within the jurisdiction, then maybe we can control it from there. Maybe. But folks, in all seriousness, we can't just have a society. And you see, what happens is, if it becomes really, really profitable, you will tune to a regular station like Joy, and they'll probably have a section where, Charlie, this section fires some insults because there's a market for it, and let's make money. And the insult section will be sponsored by that drinks company. It will be sponsored by that network company. Will come and sponsor the insult section. I'm saying our ability to stop things, bad things when they are happening, is very, very weak. And so if this is a bad thing happening to us, our ability to stop it, I don't know. Folks, again, one thing which we must all understand, right, is when you have too many people, doing a bad thing, you can't put all those people in a court all in a jail. So what you do is you need scapegoats. Galamsey, whatever it is, bad driving, road deaths. To be a driver for good prison. If you catch one or two, make scapegoats out of them, the rest will set up. By all means, you have a couple of bad nuts, but the rest will set up. And usually what happens is when we get the scapegoat, we the same media turn around and say, oh, no. I don't agree with this. Why are you doing that? Nana Kwesi in Hacho, he says, as a country, we should remember this. If the sale and buying of a common fowl could generate serious conflicts and deadly clashes between communities in some parts of this country for decades, even till date, then we have to be very careful, or some individuals will set this country ablaze one day. As for me, I support 100% the president's initiative to track such individuals and put them before a criminal court. This is Sterling in Osu, and Nana Kwesi in Hacho is on the line. Hello, Nana Kwesi. Yes, sir.
So from where you ended, wait, if somebody is misbehaving, the person is apprehended, is the same media people will say, oh, and this and that, like our sellers selling us places where they are not supposed to sell. But now you see, I always say, why do we put people in places to enforce laws? Why? Because if that is the case, then there's no need for something about the family president. While appointing, appointing for people to be among a parliamentarian. Then there's also be any so. The president is supposed to make sure that, regardless of how we feel, there is the right thing. We all see that is the right thing. And don't cross. There's a bridge. Use the bridge. You use the bridge. So when you are doing the right thing, I will say for you the right thing. You will say we are doing the right thing. Then we are going somewhere. Of course, politicians. I always say it's always about the power for them. And as I'm talking to you right now, I've said on this social platform, some of my family people are politicians. I have some of them are ministers of state right now in the NDC administration. Right now, as I'm speaking to you. And it's always about the interest and the power. Nana, so let's say we should start to initiate we should have an initiative that is going to start to recondition Ghanaians so that we will stop this nonsense that is going on here and there. Who is supposed to start? Who is supposed to start this initiative? Is the government or people like me and you? Who is supposed to start? Nana, who is supposed to start? Me or government? Let's start it. Then it trickles down to all of us in Nayasu. What did this current government say about Galamsey when they were, Now, President Mahama is in power. Oba Baimuna and so, anything, say MCU, the assemblyman, a tax law that's against Galamsey didn't tell them they were coming to a Galamsey side, so you will not allow them to do that. Can you imagine this nonsense, Nana? And what did we hear the party, the NDC party, what did we even hear the president say about this? So why would people continue to fool around? Nana, you go like one and say you are speaking faith. You see the number of views that you get. Unless somebody sits on radio in short, I don't know, more like 1K, and Ghanaians will be feeding on it. Yes, to give them the numbers. Nana, so everything starts and ends with the Nipana, you almost see what they should come and govern us. If they can't do their work, there's no business. If you are saying that them being they can't do anything about it because somebody is saying that do the right thing and somebody might have posted a name said this you will let them do the right thing. Then you have no business of electing these people for them for others to be appointed in this position. For starters, because about people go. Everybody can yes, you all of us, most of us want to go to appreciate. Now about people who don't get on the be also to do what good baby anyhow. But But how did they get there? They lost weight. So the thing is really fair. Or 2 men in the now. Okay, my friend, a party, but the young. But that is what the company or the number that you have to do. But I didn't tell me in this country. I didn't tell me in this country. So every part of the people that we put into this position. Because me, I try my best. When I look at back of them, recently they've been doing videos. They'll be watching people, you see somebody on the field and all that. When they tell the person that take the rubber start, the people will be fighting them. They don't even say what I know. They don't even understand. Or you can't even give it. I don't even get it. They'll fight them on video. That's why they mean muscle. Can you imagine? Meanwhile, we have authorities in this country who are supposed to make sure that some of these nonsense do not continue. So I pity those guys because they are doing a hard work. Meanwhile, Ghana for now, so I was not just done on way and after day. Because this is a very good initiative. But look at where we are. You couldn't get my year. Yeah, we can only do what we can do. Nana, Nana, Menkwa, some before, but not in engineer. What about the red? You don't know we allow people to do the wrong thing for so long. To the point that they feel that is right now. So when you want them to do the right thing, it's not an issue. The elderly people, they should stop resorting on national radio. They may be to slow down enough. Good evening.
Good evening. That's Nana Kwesi in Hacho. This one is from Clarissa Bigmos Wallace. Good evening, Nana. Good evening, dear listeners. Nana, you have hit the nail right on the head. Now, anyone can buy 3 cities data and use it to insult people who disagree with them on social media. Sometimes it breaks my heart to read what people display on all social media handles in the name of they are speaking their minds. Freedom to insult. Muhazu is on the line. Hello, Muhazu.
Hello, my big man, and then the journalist of the year, Nana Ansah Kwao.
My brother, let me hear you.
Thank you very much for giving the platform. Yeah, please. The topic is also very important. As some time ago, I thank you for the other topic. You mentioned society. You mentioned our tradition. Once you were talking about the tradition and then the modern system of governance, you gave me something that I use to even lecture my children. That the traditional system is almost the same as what you have in the modern system. There's no difference. Because you said something about the language, who is like the spokesperson or the information minister. I use it to lecture them. So, I want to also ask 2 questions. That way, in Ghana, if you belong to a party, political party, and you insult another party, your members will hail you as the champion when you insult elderly people. But the question is, even those legislators will even hail you because you belong to their side. But my question, do they have communities? Do they belong to traditional system? Like, for instance, let me give you an example. In the north, we have Yendi. When you come to the central, we have
30 seconds, my brother.
I just want to give you an example.
Sure.
So, this big society that we have, even in the Bible, the Quran and then the Bible did not even have any chapter that we have an insult. And we are Muslims, we are Christians. Likewise, in the Constitution. So why is it that we have allowed these things to be a cancer in our society and we are healing them? Say good for thought. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too, my brother. And happy birthday to you, Mr. Divine Mate, Accra City Hotel, manager of Accra City Hotel. Divine Mate. Friend and classmates. This is from all the Mad Pops, all the Martin DePoris posse. Wishing you a good and blessed birthday. Enjoy and invite us to Accra City Hotel. The international producers, Oliver, Maribel, and Ziggy. Even if I go to space, they will produce me from there.